For decades now, white British girls have been treated as slaves, raped, drugged, and passed around like a piece of meat by Muslim grooming gangs.
You may have heard of the Rochdale scandal, but these scandals are all over the country, and the government and the police forces cover them up for the sake of diversity and for the sake of a racial outcry, because 90% of these grooming gangs are Muslim men from an Asian background. On average, 19,000 white British girls are raped a year. That is out of control. That is absolutely disgusting.
There appear to have been upwards of 250,000 young white girls raped in this century, very largely by Muslim men. And given these girls are usually raped several times a day for years, so, my lords, what is the government's answer to the Chief Constable of Northumbria, who has just said that there is every likelihood that these grooming gangs are operating in every one of our major cities?
Only 3 of England's 39 police forces say they've never investigated a grooming gang. 3 out of 39, that means 36 police forces throughout the country have investigated grooming gangs, and they still continue.
He was just trying to get on top of me, he was trying to pull my trousers down on the settee in front of everybody. But I pushed him away, and I think it's because everyone would be there, I could get away. The following day, next day, my friend took me to his house and left me with him in the bedroom. And that's when the first time classed as raped me, because I couldn't get out there.
These evil people use various methods to groom children, such as buying them gifts, taking them out on car rides, buying them drugs, buying them alcohol, pretending to be boyfriends, and then that's when the evil begins. These men only do half of their sentences and then are released and free to walk around back in the communities in which they committed their crimes. Is an absolute outrage. These should be deported. Yeah, sure, they've lost their citizenship, but they're still in the UK. They should be gone. They should be back to Pakistan. This is completely unfair on the victims. Why should they have to walk down the road looking over their shoulder knowing the person who's raped them is still free to walk around in the same town? It's absolutely disgusting. Why aren't the government protecting our children? Why aren't they putting our daughters first? Why aren't they putting our granddaughters first? Why aren't they putting our sisters, our friends, our family? Why are they not being protected? But the Muslim grooming gangs are being protected. Why is this happening?
Take a second to try to put yourself in that victim's shoes. You're raped, you're beaten, you're prostituted, you're abused by these men as a child. These men are finally sent to prison, then they're let out early, then rather than being deported as promised, they're free to roam and do as they wish, and then you bump into them, walking in your hometown.
The facts are, these are white working class children that are being groomed. The facts are that they are being drugged, beaten, abused, tortured, some even killed, passed around like pieces of meat, and the government and the police forces, the social services and the council have done absolutely nothing to try and stop this, all for the sake of diversity and for the sake of public outcry, just because the majority of these men are from a Muslim background. Where is the justice for these victims? When will it end?